festival experience like no other. 700 performers, over 2,800 events across 120 venues. Don't miss 10 days jam-packed full of entertainment, culminating with country music's Night of Nights, the Toyota Golden Guitar Awards. Toyota Country Music Festival Tamworth, Australia's largest music festival. January 19 to 28, 2018. Find out more at tcmf.com.au.
Celebrate the music and the artists at country music's biggest night, the Toyota Golden Guitar Awards Australia. A night of phenomenal entertainment live in Tamworth, the country music capital. Witness unique performances in a never-to-be-seen-again night of music and the handing out of the coveted Golden Guitar Awards. Saturday, the 28th of January 2018, the Toyota Golden Guitar Awards. Tickets on sale now at tcmf.com.au.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We will be commencing in 5 minutes, so if you'd like to grab a drink and take a seat, that would be great. We'll be commencing in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Festival experience like no other. Dedicated family zones, award-winning playgrounds, 10 days and nights of free entertainment in Toyota Park and across the city. Families can spend 1, 2 or 10 days exploring our family-friendly festival. Toyota Country Music Festival Tamworth, Australia's largest music festival. January 19 to 28, 2018. Find out more at tcmf.com.au.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We will be commencing in just under 1 minute. Please grab a drink and take your seats. Commencing in 1 minute. Thank you.
A festival experience like no other. Music, dancing, and thousands of festival fans looking for a good time. 10 days, 2,800 events, 700 performers across 120 venues. Music everywhere you turn. Have you got what it takes to be part of Australia's biggest party? Toyota Country Music Festival Tamworth, Australia's largest music festival. January 19 to 28, 2018. Find out more at tcmf.com.au.
Toyota Golden Guitar Awards Australia. Celebrate the music and the artists at country music's biggest night. A night of phenomenal entertainment live in Tamworth. Saturday the 28th of January 2018. Tickets on sale now at tcmf.com.au.
I felt like I was a little bit odd growing up in Grafton, where I was the only kid that really loved country music in my class. We got up here the first time when I was about 11 and I met a whole new family. Everyone was exactly the same as me, and that's what kept bringing me back.
There's always that moment of excitement as soon as you get the car packed and you're driving away and you're going, all right, here we go. It's the big 10 days coming down all the way to Tamworth.
I think it really hits when I get to Muswellbrook. There's a radio station there that I normally stop and do some interviews at, and then it's not too far to Tamworth.
love the feeling of everyone coming from all over the countryside to be a part of the country festival.
It's people who have a little bit of blues or roots or folk like myself are able to come along, and the fans are so welcoming and really embrace any kind of style, as long as you're telling stories and, being able to connect with people.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Could you please grab a seat and focus towards the stage? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Welcome to the ABC's rehearsal rooms for today's event. My name is Peter Ross, Executive Producer for the Golden Guitar Awards on behalf of Tamworth Regional Council, and I just have a few housekeeping items before we commence officially this morning. The rehearsal space here has 3 exit points, one point at the end of the balcony just outside there and another point up here, and one past the lifts that you all would have arrived via. In case of emergency, you may hear the alert and evacuation tone through the building speakers, or flashing lights will start. If we do need to evacuate the rehearsal space, we ask that you move quickly and in an orderly fashion away from the building to ensure your safety and allow access for emergency services. Toilets for the rehearsal space are situated just past the main lifts that you came in via. And don't forget that parking tickets can be validated in the ABC foyer. The ABC and its rehearsal space are non-smoking venues, and can I ask you to turn your mobile phones to silent so you can still do all your social bits and pieces. I'd like to acknowledge, on behalf of Tamworth Regional Council, all our sponsors for the festival and the Golden Guitar Awards, with special note to Toyota for their continued support of both events. Well, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce our hosts for this morning's official proceedings. Please welcome Adam Eckersley and Brooke McClymont.
Hello!
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, colleagues, friends and country music fans from all around the world,
welcome to the ABC studios in Ultimo, Sydney, New South Wales. Today we're here to announce the finalists for the 2018 Toyota Golden Guitar Awards, the 46th Country Music Awards of Australia.
and to launch the 2018 Toyota Country Music Festival Tamworth, also in its 46th year. But first we would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we gather today, the Gadigal people of Eora Nation.
We pay our respects to elders, past and present, and extend that respect to our Aboriginal people who are present today.
In January every year, all roads lead to Tamworth, New South Wales, for the iconic 10-day festival, Australia's largest music festival and one of the top 10 music festivals in the world.
The variety of country music is endless during the festival, with roughly 700 performers and nearly 2,800 events across 120 different venues. There are up to 400 buskers in Peel Street alone, providing a diverse range of entertainment each day for families and at night for partygoers. It's no wonder the festival attracts over 50,000 visitors per day.
And of course, the pinnacle event of the festival is the Golden Guitar Awards, where the who's who of Australian country music gather with country music fans to find out who will win.
But the event is much more than just the presentation of the coveted golden guitars. The night is a fast-paced concert showcasing the cream of Australian country music artists and the songs that have left their mark on the fans throughout the past 12 months.
And for the awards in 2018, the theme, Country Music in the Key of Collaboration, is all about celebrating the strong collaborative nature of our industry. We're a bunch of crazy, passionate musicians and singers who truly love to work together to strengthen and grow our genre.
Collaboration is everything in country music, be it the germination of song with a fellow writer or band members, to the many duet and trio projects, just like ours, to the large-scale collaborations like Lee Kernaghan's Spirit of the Anzacs or the Bushwhackers' recent release, Waltzing Australia.
So let's set the scene with a collaboration between two past Golden Guitar winners in their own right. This song is off their recent EP, which reflects the true Australian experience across life, love and friendship.
Performing Our Backyard, please welcome Travis Collins and Amber Lawrence.
Thank you. I've stood on the steps of the Coliseum. I've marveled at the northern lights. Watched the flicker of the Eiffel Tower on a hot French summer night. I've walked the cobblestone streets of London. I've rolled a 7 on the Vegas Strip. Been on Broadway in New York City, and I loved every minute of it. Yeah. But there's nothing like a Silverton sunset, setting fire to an outback sky. Nothing like taking in the harbor on the Manly ferry ride, driving out on a red dirt highway and sleeping under the Territory stars. I've seen enough of the world to know that the very best parts are right here in our own backyard. That's right.
Well, I really put it down in my bucket list of all the places I wanted to go. Sipped a few steins at Oktoberfest, even shot tequila in Mexico. I stood in wonder on the Great Wall of China, posed like a beetle on Abbey Road. I lit a candle at the Taj Mahal. I wrote a song on Music Road. But no matter where I go, there's nothing like a Byron sunrise, the first light on the southern lands. Nothing like that sky blue water crashing on the cloud white sand. Standing in a Uluru shadow, you feel the beat of Australia's heart. I've seen enough of the world to know that the very best parts, they're right here in our own backyard. You don't even need a passport. We don't even have to fly. We don't have to travel the world to find paradise. 'Cause there's nothing like a Silverton sunset, setting fire to an outback sky. Nothing like taking in the harbor from the Manly ferry ride. There's nothing like a Byron sunrise, the first light on the southern land. There's nothing like that sky blue water crashing on a cloud white sand. And standing in an Uluru shadow, feel the beat of Australia's heart. I've seen enough of the world to know that the very best parts are right here in our own backyard. Yep. They're right here in our own backyard.
Trav and Amber, ladies and gentlemen.
And now to speak on behalf of the New South Wales State Government, please welcome a man who's a great collaborator himself with the guitar and as the member for Tamworth, Kevin Anderson.
Thanks, Brooke. Thanks, Adam. Well, firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we stand and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I'd also like to acknowledge Dobe Newton, President of the Country Music Association of Australia, and Barry Harley, Manager of the Tamworth Country Music Festival, Troy Cassadaly, Ambassador, Tamworth Country Music Festival as well. Great to see you all, mate. It's a pleasure to be here today at ABC Studios for the announcement of the 2018 Golden Guitar Awards finalists. And so great to see so many familiar faces and a bigger crowd, I think, each year, getting more and more people. The Golden Guitars is the most prestigious award ceremony for the Australian country music industry and marks the grand final of the Tamworth Country Music Festival. The awards celebrate the success of Australian country music artists and recognise outstanding musical achievements throughout the year, while showcasing the best of the nation's emerging and established talents. I'd like to acknowledge the hard work of the Country Music Association of Australia and Tamworth Regional Council in presenting the Golden Guitars. Country Music's Night of Nights to be held on Saturday, 27th of January next year, in beautiful Trek. The New South Wales Government is proud to support the Tamworth Country Music Festival and have committed funding into next year and the year beyond as well. And as the member for Tamworth, I'm proud that this iconic Australian event is held in my hometown, which places Tamworth on the world stage every year. Drawing visitors to regional and rural New South Wales is a key priority for the New South Wales Government, and we're investing record funding to allow the state's tourism industry to grow and prosper. Our support for events such as the Tamworth Country Music Festival plays an important role in driving more people to stay in our hotels, dine in our restaurants, shop in our boutiques, and over the festival stay in our backyards, which we love. Helps turbocharge our local economies. The festival not only drives overnight visitation, but puts country music front and centre for 10 days, promoting upcoming talent and those established artists, and we absolutely love it. The Golden Guitars and the Tamworth Country Music Festival are not only signature events for the region, they are important for the state, and they raise the profile of New South Wales internationally, bringing significant media coverage and attracting visitors from far and wide. So I encourage music fans to start planning their trip now for next year's Tamworth Country Music Festival, and I look forward to hearing the finalists for the 2018 awards, and I know there's some local Tamworthians who are nominated this year, so we're just absolutely loving that, and can't wait to hear their names called. I wish all finalists the best of luck when the awards roll around in January, and have no doubt that next year's festival will be another outstanding contribution to New South Wales, and we thank the artists for making the trip to Tamworth. We know what such a hard slog it is, so thank you for fueling the car up, trying to scrape some change up from under the seat. Travis Collins knows all too well about that. And coming to Tamworth, because without artists, we don't have a festival. So thank you for coming, and we'll see you in January.
Thanks, Kevin. The Toyota Golden Guitar Awards are the nation's longest-running music award concert and are presented by Tamworth Regional Council and the Country Music Association of Australia.
To speak on behalf of the CMAA, please welcome Dobe Newton, Chair of the CMAA Board.
Hooray for me. That was a pretty outstanding effort, a politician who was given 2 minutes to speak and almost made it, eh? Well done, Kev. I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation on whose land we meet and pay our respects to their elders past and present. I'd firstly like to thank the Tamworth Regional Council and Toyota, without whose support over decades we wouldn't be able to host the Golden Guitar Awards. So thank you very much from all the people in this room. We've had a hell of a 6 months. We've had a whole lot of people who've passed on to the great band in the sky, and it befalls to me, I guess because mortality is creeping up on me ever so slowly, to talk about some of them. But when I look out at you, the thing that strikes me is that there are so many young people in this room. And I just want you to know, and I'm sure many of you do, that you wouldn't even be here if you weren't able to follow in the footsteps and walk on the achievements of those who've gone before. And I want you to remember, in no particular order, two pioneers of our industry, two artists who span the length and breadth of this country, endlessly spreading the word about country music to all the communities that we now engage with. So, to Jeff Mack and to Rick Carey, our undying thanks. There's a little happy bit at the end, but I haven't got there yet. Another person who passed this year wasn't a performer, but without him, none of those performers, including all the ones that we think of as legends, would have actually been able to craft a career. He started off in advertising, he went to Tamworth, he persuaded 2TM in Tamworth to establish a program called Country Hoedown, and the rest is history. John Minson was someone that we all owe the most enormous debt of gratitude to. Not only did he popularise our music, but he was also instrumental in founding the great Tamworth Music Festival. And we are absolutely delighted. One of the great things that the Country Music Association of Australia does is run the Academy of Country Music, and we are delighted that the Tamworth Regional Council has announced that there will be a special John Minson Scholarship which will preserve and promote his legacy. So thank you, Tamworth Regional Council. All righty. Now we're moving in. So those folks that all lived a very full and wonderful life, but there are often people who get taken much too soon. Tom Petty, the Young Brothers, and in our industry, a couple of people who were mates of a lot of us, I suspect. And the first one I'd like to talk about is Ian Shedden. Ian Shedden was perhaps the best mainstream newspaper columnist, journalist, writing about music for decades. He'd been a drummer in the Saints, which gave him a really unique artist's perspective on writing about music. He came to Tamworth 15 years ago and thought it was complete shit. And he was, for those of you who know Ian, he was a very forthright chap. But he kept coming back, and eventually he became a huge fan and supporter because he got to understand the authenticity that was behind sometimes a kitsch presentation, but he got it. He ended up getting it, and he wrote wonderful things about all of us, and we will miss him very dearly. Sorry, I suspect I'm going over time here. Maybe I should be in the Senate debating something endlessly. Citizenship. Yes, I'm a dual citizen. Sorry, I'll go now. No, I'm actually not. Or maybe I am. The other person I need to speak about is our very dear friend Rob Potts. And some of you will have been at the memorial service for Rob. I don't need to speak about his amazing achievements in most recent years when he was a board member of the CMA in America and established amazing events. What I want to talk about is in the early days of the Country Music Association of Australia, when it was just being formed, I think it's fair to say that its focus was very insular. It was about preserving the awards in Australia in an event. Rob came on the board, and he was one of those people from the industry who understood that in order for any of us to share in the benefits of what our industry delivers, you have to give back to the industry. He understood that. He came on board on the CMAA board for 5 years, and he was relentless in persuading us that country music needed to have an international focus. He was a difficult, argumentative, wonderful, passionate man, and we will miss him very much. All right. Now, anybody in the audience feeling a bit poorly? I could say a few words about you before you drop off the perch. I wanted to finish off on a happy note, and that is, I wanted to say, on behalf of our industry, congratulations to the people of New England and Tamworth for voting for marriage equality.
Now the Toyota guitar, I'll try again.
Want me to drop a beat?
I haven't even had a champagne yet. Now, the Toyota Golden Guitar Awards Country Music Night of Nights will take place on Saturday, 27th of January at the Tamworth Regional Entertainment and Conference Centre, as we know.
With that theme, in the key of collaboration, the night will be full of non-stop entertainment celebrating the best of 2017.
The Golden Guitars are at the heart of it all, at the heart of the journey for artists and fans alike. The artist's journey from busking in Peel Street to pubs and clubs to the major venues to ultimately the dream of one day holding that iconic gold statue.
And who's in for a chance at taking one home for 2017? Let's find out. Here are the finalists for the first 7 categories.
Single of the Year. And the finalists are Satellite, Casey Chambers. Kiss Somebody, Morgan Evans. Safe, Shane Nicholson. House, The McClymonts. Our Backyard, Travis Collins and Amber Lawrence. Qantas Link New Talent of the Year. And the finalists are Brad Butcher, Well-Dressed Man. Casey Barnes, The Way We Ride. Count on Me, Judah Kelly.
You can count on me when the roof falls in, when the window...
It's Only Midnight, Matt Cornell. Halfway Up the Hume, Small Town Romance.
Halfway up the hill.
CMC Video Clip of the Year. And the finalists are Satellite, Casey Chambers, directed by Duncan Toombs and David Bromley. Damn Good Mates, Lee Kernighan, directed by Duncan Toombs. Don't Wish It All Away, The McClymonts, directed by Jeremy Dillon. Never Neverland, Tom Curtin featuring Luke O'Shea, directed by Tom Curtin and Luke O'Shea. Our Backyard, Travis Collins and Amber Lawrence, directed by Paul Stefanidis. Country Music Capital News, Group or Duo of the Year. And the finalists are Carter and Carter, Better Day. Davidson Brothers, All You Need Is Music.
If you ask me, all you need.
O'Shea, 61615. The Bushwhackers, The Hungry Mile.
On the hungry mile, living on our way.
The McClymonts, Endless. Coca-Cola Instrumental of the Year. And the finalists are Evelyn's Kitchen, Davidson Brothers. Pick Me, Michael Fix. Porch Pickin', Mickey Pie. Easy Does It, The Bushwhackers. Eva Waits, Tommy Emmanuel. Afra Amcos, Song of the Year. And the finalists are Satellite, Casey Chambers, written by Casey Chambers and Harry Hookey. Outback Club Reunion, Lee Kernaghan, written by Garth Porter, Lee Kernaghan and Colin Buchanan. Safe, Shane Nicholson, written by Shane Nicholson. Don't Wish It All Away, The McClymonts, written by Brooke, Sam and Molly McClymont and Lindsay Jackson. Our Backyard, Travis Collins and Amber Lawrence, written by Amber Lawrence, Travis Sinclair and Matt Scullion. Bush Ballad of the Year. And the finalists are Just Like Your Dad, written by Alan Caswell and Manfred Vijars, recorded by Dale Duncan. Henbury Blues, written by Neville Anderson, recorded by Dean Perrott. Uncle Harry, written by Peter Simpson, recorded by Diane Lindsay.
But Harry won't be fishing any.
Plains of Napa Merry, written and recorded by Graham Roger.
My heart lies out on the plains of Napa Merry.
We Still Sing Three Rivers Hotel, written and recorded by Ian Quinn.
We still sing Three Rivers Hotel.
Congratulations to all those finalists and all the best for the big night in January. Our next performance is taking collaboration to the next level. We've got two individual collaborative teams coming together for this one performance.
And I'm sure they are super excited, having just been nominated in their own right.
Congrats.
Well done.
Well done.
So let's put our hands together for the Davidson Brothers and Small Town Romance performing the Davidson Brothers song, All You Need Is the Music.
Thought I'd be further down the line. 30 years is a long time. I've got no house to call my home. I can't help it if I feel alone. If you ask me, all you need is music and a little red wine. Nothing else matters in the long run.
Closed another factory down. Had to leave my hometown. Found a new place to live. I got nothing left to give.
If you ask me, all you need is music and a little red wine to have a good time. Nothing else matters in the long run. If you ask me, all you need is music and a little red wine to have a good time. Nothing else matters in the long run. If you ask me, all you need is music and a little red wine to have a good time. Nothing else matters in the long run.
Well done, guys.
Please thank Lockie and Hamish Davidson, Jim Arneman and Flora Smith. Where is the thing? Here.
Ah,
I gotcha.
I need your glasses. Yeah. And now for the finalists in the remaining 8 categories.
Bluegrass Recording of the Year. And the finalists are Too Young, Too Cute, Too Pretty, Carpenter Caswell.
You're too cute and you're too pretty.
Back Where I Started, Davidson Brothers.
Back where I started was before and I'll get back.
Southbound Train, Runaway Dixie. Cumberland Plain, The Morrisons. Long Way Over, White Island.
It's a long way over, a long way over. I hope I'm gonna make it
Regional Australia Bank Vocal Collaboration of the Year. And the finalists are Hey, Casey Chambers and Paul Kelly.
Hey, you want it, babe, you got it. Hey.
Back in 92, Lee Kernaghan and James Blundell.
Back in 92.
Waltzing Australia, The Bushwhackers with John Williamson, Sarah Storer and the Bush Choir. When We Say It's Forever, The McClymonts and Ronan Keating.
When we say it's forever.
Our Backyard, Travis Collins and Amber Lawrence. Toyota Heritage Song of the Year. And the finalists are Roll On, written and recorded by Fanny Lumsden. Outback Club Reunion, written by Garth Porter, Lee Kernaghan and Colin Buchanan, recorded by Lee Kernaghan. Dirt Under My Nails, written by Rich Davies, recorded by the Bushwhackers.
With the dirt under my nails I built.
Never Neverland, written by Tom Curtin and Luke O'Shea, recorded by Tom Curtin featuring Luke O'Shea. Our Backyard, written by Amber Lawrence, Sinclair and Matt Scullion, recorded by Travis Collins and Amber Lawrence. Male Artist of the Year. And the finalists are Adam Brand, Get On Your Feet. Brad Butcher, From the Bottom of a Well. Darren Coggan, The Wide Horizon. Matt Cornell, My Soundtrack. Shane Nicholson, Love and Blood. Female Artist of the Year. And the finalists are Elise Simmons, More Than Meets the Eye.
Well, there's more than meets the eye.
Ashley Dallas, Lighthouse.
Shine my light as bright as can be.
Fanny Lumsden, Real Class Act.
Real class act with you lighthouse, trying to be my
Casey Chambers, Dragonfly.
like a broken record, run around you like a satellite. I like
Tanya Kernaghan, All Australian Girl.
she's an all Australian girl.
Alt Country Album of the Year. And the finalists are From the Bottom of a Well, Brad Butcher, produced by Matt Fell. Real Class Act, Fanny Lumsden, produced by Matt Fell.
Real class act with a few lights.
Queen of Boomtown, Greta Zilla, produced by Paul Russ. Dragonfly, Casey Chambers, produced by Nash Chambers and Paul Kelly.
There ain't nobody else.
Love and Blood, Shane Nicholson, produced by Matt Fell. Contemporary Country Album of the Year. And the finalists are Get On Your Feet, Adam Brand, produced by Alex Klein and Aaron Enderlin. Coming Your Way, Drew McAllister, produced by Andy Mack. 61615, O'Shea, produced by Lindsay Jackson. Endless, The McClymonts, produced by Andy Mack. Our Backyard, Travis Collins and Amber Lawrence, produced by Matt Fell. Traditional Country Album of the Year. And the finalists are Lighthouse, Ashley Dallas, produced by Brett Dallas.
As bright as can be.
The Wide Horizon, Darren Coggan, produced by Ben Edgar. All You Need Is Music, Davidson Brothers, produced by Mark Thornton and Larry Mars. All Australian Girl, Tanya Kernaghan, produced by Stuart French.
Australian girl.
The Hungry Mile, The Bushwhackers, produced by Roger Corbett.
Hungry Mile, the hungry.
Well, congratulations to
Yes.
all the finalists, especially you, honey.
Oh, thank you, honey. God love
I'm
you.
a little biased.
You will have noticed the new Album of the Year categories. There's the Contemporary Country Album of the Year and Traditional Country Album of the Year, which along with the Alt Country Album of the Year will see finalists vie for the overall Country Music Album of the Year award, which will be announced in Tamworth in January.
And you may have also noticed that the Sanity top-selling Australian Album of the Year was missing from the finalists. The results for this award are based on the official ARIA collected sales figures for the calendar year January to December. This award will be announced in early January and presented at the Golden Guitar Awards ceremony.
Now, if you can't make it to Tamworth to be in the audience for the Golden Guitar Awards, then we are pleased to say that the awards will once again be live streamed on the festival Facebook page.
And through our media partnership with the good folks at ABC, it will be streamed across one of their Facebook platforms.
Well, now let's welcome to the stage the ambassador for the Toyota Country Music Festival. In fact, he's a fantastic advocate for everything that Tamworth has to offer.
He was the 2017 inductee of the Roll of Renown and has 36 golden guitars to his name and counting. Holy smokes.
Yeah, wow.
Let's welcome Troy Casadale up on stage to tell us a bit about his ambassador role and to officially launch the 2018 Toyota Country Music Festival Tamworth. Troy Casadale!
G'day everyone. I'm not nominated this year, and a lot of people probably think, what's he doing here, you know? I feel this is my family, and it's in order of things that you have to do in your life. You always come back to your family, keep us close, support your family. That's what it's all about, so that's why I'm here. As an ambassador, I was even down at the Bathurst car race this year where Mickey Pye helped me out with a microphone. And I walked around, thank you Mickey, I walked around Bathurst and told everyone about Tamworth. And they all kept going, oh, it's on my bucket list, it's on my bucket list. I said, it's time to strike it off, guys. Forget about the V8s, get down there to see some country music in January. So that's the sort of ambassador role I think I take. They say, what does Tamworth mean to me? It means a lot of things. It means going back to my childhood at 13, 12, when I first arrived there 37 years ago. I drove up the range and I was nagging at my mum all the way up there for an ice cream. And I nagged all the way back for a guitar. And she never lets me forget it, actually. And it also goes back to meeting some local Kamilaroi people out there, being an Indigenous man. It was a very important part of my life, living in Tamworth, catching my first cod at the Manila Weir. Things like that endear me to this place big time. So I'm always very, very connected with this place out there. The awards in general to me have always been a nerve-wracking experience, you know. You always get there, you feel like you're so nervous, but you really want your friends to do well. And that's the other reason that I'm here today as well. I love barracking for people who I love, and I just love this industry so much. It gives me great pleasure to launch the 2018 Toyota Country Music Awards as well here that are going to happen in Tamworth in 2018. And I really, really do feel it's just a great gathering of people, great gathering of minds, collaborations as well. Some of my best fun collaborations have grown out of Tamworth. The Tamworth, the town talk, as we used to call it, or the Tamworth Hotel, I remember sitting there going over an idea with Paul Kelly one afternoon before we went and played with Kev Bennett and the boys in the Flood. And that actually ended up being a song we finished in Melbourne. So collaborations start in the weirdest of places, in a beer garden, for instance, you know. Or I used to watch someone like Tommy Emmanuel and Phil jump out of a crowd and completely blow everyone's minds with their skills. But nothing seemed like it was rehearsed. It was all natural. So I'm going to officially launch the awards and the festival for 2018. It gives me great pleasure to do that. But this is a little bit of what you might hear as well. Adam Eckersley and Brooke, both incredible people, a married couple, and they've got their own collaboration, a brand new single, Trainwreck. They're going to give you a bit of a taste of it right now. All the best, everyone.
You and me, living fast, Can a trip like this ever last? It's the best thing I've ever had. I'm on board, good and bad. I'm the gasoline, baby, you're the fire. We keep rolling on, fueled by desire. Have you had enough of this crazy riding? We've been on since the day we met. No looking back, baby, no regrets. If our love is like a train wreck.
If we ever crash and burn, people will talk and heads will turn. Broken glass, oh, twisted steel. Baby, I just like it the way it feels.
You can have it good, but you can't have it all. So leave the pieces right there where they fall. Have you had enough of this crazy riding that we've been on since the day we met? No looking back, baby, no regrets. If our love is like a train wreck. Dust and ashes, smoke will fill the sky. Hear the devil laugh and the angels cry. And have you had enough of this crazy riding that we've been on since the day we met? Oh, no looking back, baby, no regrets. If our love ends like a train wreck. If our love ends like a train wreck. If our love ends like a train wreck.
Adam Eckersley and Brooke McClymont. I just wanted to congratulate all of you folks who've been nominated as finalists. We're thrilled for you and good luck in January. And I'm personally looking forward to adding to our 50-plus finals losing nominations. The reason I'm here is because our very good friend Brendan Gallagher reminded me that somebody else had died. And sometimes we celebrate the people out front, the people who are obvious, but in this case, it was somebody who had sat at the back of the stage for very many years and had anchored the performances of all those fancy bastards up front. And in this case, it was a wonderful, wonderful drummer named Robbie Suter, who was, and for those of you who don't know Robbie, he was sitting at the back of Slim's band for decades and providing the foundation with Rodco for all the amazing music they produced. And I apologise for having missed him earlier on. However, that's the end of the roll of people who aren't here now. And if I could encourage you all to keep a healthy lifestyle, for the next 12 months, this will be a much shorter speech next year. So, ladies and gentlemen, well done all, and here are Adam and Brooke to finish off.
Well, it just about wraps today up. We have to say big happy birthday to our 5-year-old today. She's 5, and look at her, she's asleep. We were going to put her in daycare today, but then we got parent guilt and went, nah, we'll bring her today. So happy birthday, Tiglet. We love you. Now, like we said, we're going to wrap it up for the official proceedings for this morning. So a big thank you to those from the media and industry who have attended today, and congratulations to all the finalists.
And we look forward to seeing you and all country music fans in Tamworth in January for the 2018 Toyota Country Music Festival. Good on yous.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good job, honey.
Thanks, everybody. Just quickly, just like to say thank you to the ABC for this wonderful location and for their support of the Golden Guitars and the festival through outside radio broadcasts of Australia.